Hi everyone, I'm Cody W3AMG with BridgeCom Systems, and in today's stream we are going to be going over BridgeCom Plus and what BridgeCom Plus is, what it will do for you. Just to start off, we'll go through all of that, and then wanting to bring you guys a tutorial as well. We're going to show you how to use Airband Receive on your 578 UV3 Plus radio. So let's get started. During the stream, we're actually going to be running a giveaway for a brand new AnyTone 878 UV2 Plus radio. So one of these radios, brand new, right here, could be yours on the stream. So make sure you enter that giveaway while we're doing this, and then come back to the stream. Now, if you win this, you do have to be present to actually receive it. So if you win the drawing, you do have to be here to claim it. So if you're not here when we draw, we'll pick another user. So make sure you stick around. Awesome, let's do some shout outs real quick. Who do we have in the house today? We have Tom, KJ7RIL. Let's see, John, KD7MAZ. Phil, KE8FJC. Tracy, WA, oh, went off the screen. Tom, KD4FS. Good morning, Tom. Let's see, we have Elaine, KE4YYJ. We have Lee, W9ECS from Iowa. Good morning. Frank, N7ZEV from Las Vegas. We have, looks like Ricky, KO4PEL. Good morning, Ricky. Let's see, we have a Ralph, N6GVG. Morning, Ralph. Steve, KI7, KI7ICL. Good morning, Steve. Awesome, lots of people in the house today. This is going to be a good stream. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So first, I'm going to cover BridgeCom Plus. So what is BridgeCom Plus? Well, BridgeCom Plus is an excellent opportunity for you if you're involved with the ham radio community, you like BridgeCom. We put together this program for you. It's basically a monthly program, and it's going to give you access to a lot more goodies at a much cheaper price. It's basically a bundled price for everything. So let's go over what you get. So if you sign up for BridgeCom Plus, you're going to get exclusive access to our BridgeCom Plus members only Discord server. So if you're not familiar with that, what Discord is, it's a, we'll actually show it to you here in a second. It's a server where you can talk to people, like basically chat with them, or there's actually audio servers as well. And that's going to allow you to, looks like I think I lost the comments feed here. That's going to allow you to talk to lots of like-minded ham radio operators who are also BridgeCom Plus members. So it's basically an exclusive group, great place to get on there, ask questions. You can also, make requests to BridgeCom. We're going to see all of that. Not to say anything will happen necessarily, but it's definitely going to be more heard than just anywhere out on the internet. So you get exclusive access to that. Let's take a look at it real quick. So here we are. Keep in mind, this is just rolling out. We're still in the beta stages of BridgeCom Plus. It's just started, so we're getting everything figured out. So here is the BridgeCom Plus server. So we can see there's a welcome page. There's some rules, information there, and content's just starting to be put out. And then we have the announcement section. This is where like different announcements will happen. We can take a look at that here. And then the general chat. Now this is going to be where a lot of you folks will reside. I'll wait for that to pull up. So you can see there's all kinds of hams already joining this. We've been welcoming them to the group. Just scrolling through here. A lot of people joining the general chat, and some people already asking some questions. Let's see here. Go back to the start, see if there's any new questions here at the bottom. Yeah, lots of activity going on, and this is just going to get better with time as we get more people in here. It's going to be a great place to be able to ask your question, and all of the other BridgeCom Plus members are going to be there to help you with it. Perfect. Hello, Cody. Awesome. Congratulations. So you're in the group. Welcome. Awesome. How cool is that? So we have this Discord server. Now there's also different groups. I won't click on these like the voice channels, but you can actually get in there and talk to people too. So if you want have something going on with your radio, you want to talk about it, it's perfect for that. So that's BridgeCom Plus, the Discord server. That's just one of the many things you're going to get with BridgeCom Plus. Next, you're going to get members only, BridgeCom Plus members only badges on your public like YouTube channel and Facebook group. So when you're commenting on our YouTube channel or our Facebook group, you're going to have a members only badge. So people are going to know you're official, you're a BridgeCom Plus member, and your comments are going to be seen more easily. So that's a really cool thing to add on as well. And then one of the best things personally I think you get with BridgeCom Plus is all of the BridgeCom University courses are actually included with a BridgeCom Plus membership. So that means you're going to get the all of the, I think, is it 3 or 4 courses now? The ones for the mobile radio, the handheld radio, the SkyBridge. I think is there one for the Zygu? There's one for the, I believe there's one for the repeater. You're going to get all these courses included, and each one of them alone would usually be $97. So you're getting hundreds of dollars of value in this BridgeCom Plus. Now the price on BridgeCom Plus, I don't know if I mentioned this up front, is $14.99 a month, and that, you know, one of those courses alone is $97. So that right there, for me, at least personally, it makes a lot more sense for me to spend, you know, $14.99 a month than to spend hundreds of dollars on the courses. So great value right there. And then let's keep going. There's a lot more. So you're going to get exclusive BridgeCom Plus giveaways weekly and monthly. So not only just the standard giveaways that everyone has access to, we're going to actually give you exclusive giveaways for BridgeCom Plus. That means you're going to have better chances of winning, and there's going to be some cool stuff that no one else actually has access to. But it continues. We're also going to have exclusive discounts on our website for BridgeCom Plus members. So I'm sure all of you were familiar with the recent, you know, Black Friday, Cyber Monday sales everyone was going crazy about, right? So with BridgeCom Plus, you're going to have exclusive sales, and they're going to be even better than those. So, you know, just more savings all around, make it more worth it for you. And then finally, if you join today as a paid member, we're going to throw in a free Supercode plug. So that's a $50 value just for being there, completely free. So, you know, that's going to take care of the first really few months of your subscription in terms of cost. So join today as a free member, as a paid member, and we will get you a free Supercode plug. Now we do also have an option. You can start with a 30-day free trial. That's totally fine too. If you'd like to try it out that way, welcome you to do so. But if you want to join paid, we'll throw in that free Supercode plug for you. And then you can cancel it anytime, by the way. You know, it's completely open. You don't have to lock in. That way it's completely, you know, convenient for you if you ever want to. But we hope you'll stick around. And to help with that, we actually are throwing in a free Ultracode plug after 6 months. So if you stay subscribed for 6 months, we will throw in a free Ultracode plug. We just want to make it more valuable for you. We're going to be throwing in a lot of cool value to this group, a lot of new opportunities that everyone else isn't going to have just for BridgeCom Plus members. So that's BridgeCom Plus in a nutshell. I'd love to hear your questions. We'll take questions here in a little bit. But if you want to go ahead and ask them. We can start compiling some together and get them answered. Awesome, so that is BridgeCom Plus. Now, let's take a look over at the radio. So today we're looking at Airband Receive, which is really neat actually. I love Airband Receive. When I was younger, my father would take me out and we had this little scanner that could scan the airplanes. And it was cool to be able to listen to the airplanes as they went over. And this radio does just that, and it does it even better. So let's set it up here real quick. So I've got my 578. I've got the antenna connected, have one outside the building here, and I've got it plugged into power. So let's see, we've got it turned on. Now let me turn down the volume on both the VFO A and B. And at this point, we just need to turn it on. But to do that, we're going to need to find out what the frequencies are that we want to connect to. So if I jump here to my computer, Let's have a look, see if we can find them. So MCI. So, excuse me, typically what I will do is just do a Google search for the airport near me. Now we're close to the Kansas City Airport, MCI. And so let's see, Radio Reference has been a good resource for me. I've had good luck there. So let's see. Perfect, here we go. So here's some information. We have lots of different options here on what we want to listen to, but we're going to try out the tower today. I usually have had good luck receiving from it. So 128.2. Got that written down? Perfect. So this will be my recommended option for finding these. Now, if you don't have this, you could probably scan through the different frequencies as well. If you're out in the field, try to find some. But this is the best bet. Look online for your frequencies for whatever airport you're nearby. Awesome, there we go. So we have our frequency. Now let's jump over here to the radio and let's set it up. So first thing I'm going to do is go to Menu, and then from here we're going to go down to Settings. Now once we're in Settings, we can click on Radio Set, and we're going to go down to Other Func, or Other Function. Then at that point we're going to keep going down until we see AM Air/FM. So go ahead and click on that. And at this point we have two options. We either have FM mode, which we're not interested in right now, like FM radio, or we can turn on airband for VFO-A or airband for VFO-B down there. So it's just a matter of which VFO you want it to be on, as this radio obviously has two, which is awesome. So we can have one thing on one and one thing on the other. So we're going to use VFO-A for this example. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. Awesome. So we have it selected there. It looks like we have, yeah, we're hearing something. So it might be the frequency we are set to. Now at this point, it's also a good idea to set your AM squelch level, which is right here, this AM SQ level. Go ahead and click on that, and just make sure it's probably you want to input your frequency first. But I know from experience, I typically set mine on level 2 around here. It works good for me, but just play around with this. You know, if you're not receiving anything, I'd go back to level 1, but if you're receiving a lot of stuff that's no good, then crank it up. Squelch is just going to basically filter out all of the things you don't want to hear, and it has to be a stronger signal to make it through the squelch floor, if you will. So we're going to select level 2 here. Perfect. And now at this point, I can go back out and enter my frequency. So what you want to do is just simply enter the frequency, just like anything else. So we'll do 128, and then press 2. There we go, 128.2. And to fill that out, you want to actually hit the pound key on the keypad, and it fills out the rest of it, just like that. How cool is that? So we are set there. Now at this point, we should be able to listen to this. So we'll turn it up. There's no guarantee there's actually going to be any air traffic today during this stream, but there's a chance. We'll keep it on for a minute. And we can continue with the tutorial while we do that. So really we're set at this point. It was that easy. We can activate airband, but there's more. So if you want to be able to, there we go. So it's a little bit hard to hear at the moment. They're probably far away. You know, sometimes it's like that. I've had some really clear reception here too. So it's going to depend what you're listening to, where you're located. We're a little ways from the airport. So, you know, if you're close to the transmission and you're good elevation, you're going to hear things super clear. For here, it's a little bit hit and miss. In our location, some things come through clear, some things don't. But there we go, it's working. Could definitely hear some people. And what I want to show you how to do next is actually set up a shortcut key, because that will be somewhat cumbersome, you know, if you're out in your car and you want to turn on Airband Receive, to have to go through all that menu. You know, you don't want to be doing that and then crash into a tree. So instead, what we're going to do is set it up with a button. So we just press a button, turns it on, and then press that button again, it will turn it off. So to do that, we're going to go back in the menu, and then go down to settings. And then from there, we'll go to radio set. And this time we're going to go to key func or key function. Now, here you'll want to select whatever key you want to use. Now I like to use P4, but that's totally up to you, however you want to set this up. Make sure it's a short key because it will actually make you cycle through a few options. You're going to have to go through FM, AM Air A, and AM Air B. So you want it to be a short key, not a long key. There we go. Select that. And then at this point, it's a little bit contrary to what we would think, but we're going to find FM radio, this one right here. So go ahead and select that. Perfect. And we're going to back out. And now we are set. So if we click this P4, that selects it to AM Air B, click it again, turns it off. Another time, FM mode, so that would be like your FM radio stations, believe, and then we can do AM Air A. There we go. It looks like there was some activity on there. Perfect. So we have that set up. It is working. How cool is that? So that's really pretty much it for setting up Airband Receive on your 578. You make sure you have a 578 Plus version of this radio to be able to do that, and it will work great for you. So do we have any questions about how this works or about BridgeCom Plus? BridgeCom Plus is the new membership-based program we just came out with, just launched in the beta phases, and it's awesome. A lot of great positive feedback so far. So we're going to keep working on it, keep making it better, and providing more value for you guys. But let's see some questions. Okay, do we have any questions? Okay, in the meantime, while we're waiting on some questions here, make sure you guys, if you do have any questions that we're unable to answer in the stream today, give us a call. That number is 816-532-8451 and press 2, and we would be more than happy to help you. We're here for you. We want you to be successful in your ham radio journey. Oh, and just out of curiosity, post in the chat, where are you at in your journey in DMR and ham radio? Do you have your either your call sign, your DMR ID, your Brandmeister account? Where are you at in those processes? We'd love to know. And if you need help with anything like getting the DMR ID, we'd love to help you with it. So let us know. Let's see, we have any questions?
Roy Holmes asks, can you do that with the handheld as well? And I think he's referring to Airband Receive.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for your question, Roy. So unfortunately, the handheld does not have Airband Receive built in. That would be really neat. I was actually just talking about that today. I'd love to see that feature. Maybe in a newer radio it would come to that. I think that would be really cool to have that in the handheld. But unfortunately, at this time, it doesn't do it. But the 578 will.
Donald asks, what does the Ultracode plugin include, and how much does it cost?
Yeah, great question, Donald. So the there we go, another transmission. I'll turn that off there. The Ultracode plug includes everything the Supercode plug did and a lot more. So it's going to include all 50 states, all 7 of the NOAA weather channels, as well as all of your local, not local, I apologize, all of your most popular talk groups on Brandmeister. But the Ultracode plug, what it does is it goes well far and beyond that. It's going to give you all kinds of different countries. So, and not only just the countries, but different areas in the countries, like different provinces. So there's over 800 different talk groups on the Ultracode plug. And keep in mind, there's only 50 states. So the majority of that's international and or other talk groups like hobbies, things like that. There's different talk groups for different hobbies out there. So there's a lot of information. You're looking at somewhat like the Supercode plug, I think had like 150 talk groups or so. This has over 800. So you've got talk groups for just about everything. And the cool part is it's filtered into different zones. So everything's categorized. It actually took months to really build this. So, you know, it basically $100 gets you probably months worth of time saved. So if you value your time, which you should, it's going to save you a lot of money and time going with the Ultracode plug. If you want all of that. Obviously, if all you want to do is talk to your local repeater, probably not going to help you too much. But if you want to talk to people all around the world and have that awesome experience on DMR, it's going to be for you.
Will AnyTone come out with a Triband radio, 1.25, 2, and 70 centimeter frequencies?
Yeah, great question. So this is a Triband radio. I assume you're talking about a handheld. That will be cool to see. We haven't seen that yet, but you never know. That could be something down the road. We'll keep you guys updated if it is. That would be pretty neat. This radio, the 578, will actually do all three bands, the 2 meter, 70 centimeter, and the 1.25 meter, the 220. It does a little bit less power on the 220, but it works well. We've actually had some guys set up a DMR repeater and use these 578s to talk 220 DMR. And I don't know if there's any other radio out there on the market that does that right now. Certainly not many, if there are any others. So it's really neat what it can do with the 220 DMR. So hopefully we'll see that down the road.
Chris asks, is Canada included in any of the code plugs? And if yes, what is included?
Perfect question. Yeah, so Canada is absolutely included in, Canada's included in the Supercode plug, but only on a basic level. You just have basically Canada and maybe a couple more. This Ultracode plug is going to include lots of different provinces within Canada. I might have it, give me a second here. Let me see if I can find it. If I can, I'll show you. We'll see if I can pull it up and show you what's in there. I'm not sure if I have it loaded, but we'll find out here in a second. In the meantime, let's continue on, but thanks for the question.
Lee asks, what is the cost to upgrade to the Ultracode plug from the Supercode plug?
Hey, great question. So the cost of the Supercode plug was $49, and I believe the Ultracode plug is $99. So to upgrade, you know, give us a call. We might be able to work out a deal for you there if you've already got the Supercode plug. I don't know what specials they're running right now on that, but I would give us a call, 816-532-8451, and press 2, and we might be able to upgrade you for a better deal on that. So let us know, and hopefully we can work out a good deal for you. Okay, perfect. Here we go. So in the CPS, let me look at zones, Canada. So it looks like this is the information you have for Canada over here on the right hand side. So these are the talk groups you're going to get for Canada, and there may be more information in a different talk group, but this is the basic Canadian talk groups that are in the Ultracode plug. And here's just a snapshot. These are simply just the different zones. You can see how many talk groups are inside of those different zones. So a lot of information. If we go to the channels, there's almost an infinite number of channels and talk groups out there. So it is really neat, the Ultracode plug.
Paul asks, does the latest 2.04 firmware and CPS for the 878 UV Plus need to be updated for proper analog, DMR, or both modes? It says it affects repeater operation.
Yeah, good question. So if you're having trouble, I'd always recommend you updating your radio. You know, if it's working, if you're just having some sort of bug almost, it's a good idea to update. But generally, if everything's working fine, I would just stick with what you have. Unless there's like a new feature you want or something like that with these radios, generally, if it all works great, I just say leave it. That's my advice on that. But you're certainly welcome to try it. Hopefully that answers your question.
Sam asks, does the code plug include the 2 meter and 70 centimeter simplex frequency?
So the code plug is actually going to be set up for the hotspot frequency. So I believe it comes on 446550. So that's going to allow it to work with a SkyBridge. In fact, the SkyBridge out of the box comes on 446550 setup. So you're going to be able to use it with your SkyBridge right out of the box. But if you want to change that, we actually recently made some videos that will show you how to take a Supercode plug or an Ultracode plug and change those frequencies and then actually use that with a local repeater or with a different hotspot. So you can absolutely change the frequencies. You would just have to basically export it into a file, mass change those frequencies, re-import it into the CPS, and you're all set.
K1RKK asks, can you use Macs to program these?
Yeah, great question. Unfortunately, you cannot use a Mac to program these. I tend to be a Mac user myself, and unfortunately it doesn't work natively on Mac. Now, if you really want to use your Apple computer, you won't buy a Windows computer, what you could do is get some sort of virtual system and run Windows on your Mac. I actually made a tutorial video a long time ago to show people how to do that. There's a free way to do it, but it can be kind of finicky. To be honest, the best way to do it is just to buy yourself an inexpensive Windows computer. I have one, I just have dedicated for radios, and it works well that way. So pretty much all the softwares out there for radios are Windows only for the most part. So it's just part of it. But unfortunately, no Mac yet. Now, I will say the SkyBridge, you can use your Mac for the SkyBridge, the BridgeCom Plus SkyBridge.
David asks, can you use the 578 as a DMR repeater?
Yeah, that is a great question. So the 578 will work as a crossband repeater. So if you want to set it up for crossband repeat, you can use it for that. So it will, instead of repeating on the same band, it will be on a different band. So receive will be on like VHF, for example, and transmit will be on UHF. And it works great that way. As for the actual DMR side of it, I think it's possible, but I don't know the specifics on how that would work. So maybe one of our techs in the chat might be able to chime in there. If not, definitely give us a call, 816-532-8451, and we'd be happy to help you with it.
Roy asks, what is the reason for reduced power on 220 megahertz?
Reduced power on 220 megahertz. Yeah, so the 578, unfortunately, with all three of the bands, they were only able to get out a certain amount of power on the 220 band. I don't know the specifics or reasoning for that. But it does work well. It's just 220, you're going to be limited to about the same power as a handheld. Now, obviously, with a mobile antenna, you're probably going to do a little bit better than that in a mobile setting. But it still works well. You're just not going to have, super far range with the 220.
Paul asks, will the Supercode plug provide value if I'm using a non-BridgeCom hotspot?
Great question. Yeah, absolutely. So the Supercode plug, it's made for in conjunction with the SkyBridge hotspot, but it's not necessary to use with it. All you would want to do is just probably the easiest method would actually be change your hotspot, whatever that is, to the 446550 frequency. Or if you don't want to do that, you can change the code plug to match your hotspot, but it's going to be harder that way most likely. So just go ahead and match them up, and it'll work great. And I saw a question here earlier asking about some dimensions for the 578 to use in their Jeep Wrangler. So we get questions all the time about mounting these, and you can mount it in just about anything. It's a relatively small package, a radio, and I've seen all kinds of creative mounting options, and here are the dimensions for that. So share my screen real quick. We have 7.5 depth, 1.5 tall, and then 5.5 across in terms of inches. And you can reference that on the product page. So go check that out. If you have any more questions about it, more specifics, give us a call, 816-532-8451, and press 2, and we can take some more measurements for you. Awesome.
Frank asks, how do I get TGIF and DMR at the same time on hotspot?
Great question. So I don't believe you can do TGIF and DMR at the same time. It's either going to be a one or the other. So you can do DMR or TGIF. So you basically would just have to pick which one you want to do at that given time.
SB asks, how do I sign up for BridgeCom Plus and get the code plug?
Awesome, great. So I tell you what, here's what we'll do. We'll put a BridgeCom Plus link in the chat so you can sign right up for that right now while we're on the stream. And for that, I'm going to give you that free Supercode plug because of that. So I'll post it in the chat here real quick, have one of the guys do that. And then after that, just go ahead and sign up. You'll have two options. You'll either be able to do a 30-day free trial, or you can do sign up and pay starting now, and you'll get the free Supercode plug. So that's definitely the best bang for your buck there. But yeah, thanks for asking and clarifying. We'll put that out there for you guys so you can sign up immediately.
Justin Parsons asks, am I supposed to connect the mobile radio 578 UV2 Plus directly to the battery in my truck?
Great question. Yeah, so the 578 UV2 Plus, you would want to connect that to your vehicle's power one way or another. A lot of people recommend you connect it directly to the battery. You know, you just want to make sure whatever you connect it to can supply enough power and is not dirty power, meaning you don't want to have extra noise from other devices in it. I haven't really ever had trouble with that on this radio. I've connected it. I've even had people use a cigarette lighter adapter for it for cars that have at least like a 15 or 20 amp outlet. So, you know, a little bit of give or take. The recommended approach is connect it right up the battery. Make sure you have a fuse in line. But I've personally had good luck connecting it to other, usually in cars, there's some 12 volt lines that run throughout the car. Just a main power bus should be okay that way too.
Terry asks, when is the 578 going to have a removable faceplate?
Yeah, the 578 removable faceplate. We get asked this all the time. So unfortunately, this radio isn't really set up for that. But there's been a lot of creative mounting solutions out there. Excuse me. If you have any questions about how to mount it, give us a call and we'll point you in the right direction, because I've seen just about every kind of creative mounting solution for different vehicles out there. So I guarantee we can help you mount it as well. But at this time, no plans for removable faceplate, but maybe in the radio down the road. But we can certainly help you get it mounted without one.
Sam asks, when programming a zone of local analog frequency channels, such as 2 meter and 70 centimeter simplex, do I still need to program a parrot and a disconnect for this zone of channels since these channels are analog?
Okay, yeah, good question. I think hopefully I'm understanding this correctly. So if the channels are analog, they're not going to be talking over the Brandmeister network in the first place. They would be, if it's an analog channel, it's going to be an analog channel. So maybe I didn't understand you 100%, but you would need to make them digital channels, and in that case, if you're talking over the network, you would need to hit the disconnect. If I didn't catch that, please clarify.
Philip asks, is the code plug for DMR talk groups only? If so, how difficult is it to add repeaters?
Yeah, so the code plug is pretty much all for talk groups, and you can use it with any repeater out there if you want to change those frequencies. Now it's super easy. What I did with mine actually is just created a zone of my local repeaters in addition to all those other zones. So really simple. Basically, you just the same as if you start from scratch in terms of importing local repeaters. So really easy to do. The great thing with the Ultracode plug is you already have a baseline for how things are done. So it's really easy to add stuff at that point. If you want to just go in and add 2 of your local repeaters, you can simply do that. Super easy. And if you get lost, we do have some videos that show you how.
Ken asks, what antenna is a good antenna for this radio?
Yeah, absolutely. So the 578, I assume, is what we're talking about. I have it connected right now to our Triband antenna. So the Triband antenna is a pretty neat antenna. It works really well. It's pretty big and sturdy, so you definitely need a fixed mount if you're going to have it on the vehicle. It does not work well with a mag mount. In fact, we would definitely not recommend using it with that. It will fly off your car. So only use it with a fixed mount. But it's a great antenna. It works really well. I have it actually up kind of here on the roof. Well, just on the porch roof, and it works fine outside the studio. So that will be my recommendation for an antenna for this radio. If you're looking at the handhelds, we have a mag mount that can go on top of your vehicle, or we also have a 320A Nagoya, which is about 17 inches to get you a little bit better range when you're on the go. And for those of you who really don't want to like drill into your vehicle or physically mount something, although we actually have a mount where you don't have to drill. But if you don't want to physically mount anything, you just want a mag mount, we do have a trim Browning 1185, which you can, it's only dual band, but it will work with this radio as well. But definitely, by far, you'll get the best performance with that tri-band antenna. And it actually has a neat feature. You can fold it over, so if you want to park in your garage, you basically just undo this little bracket, fold the antenna over, and then when you're ready to go, you fold it back up, pop this bracket back on, and you're good to go.
Fernando asks, what is the initial warranty on the 578? And if so, is there an extended warranty available?
Hey, that's a great question. Absolutely, yes and yes. The first warranty is 1 year, so you're going to get a 1-year warranty with this radio. If anything goes wrong with it that obviously wasn't caused by you breaking it, it'll be taken care of, fixed, or replaced. And then if you want a longer warranty, you can purchase additional extended warranty. We have some different options there. So yeah, just give us a call, 816-532-8451, and press 2, and we'll help you get set up with it.
Griff asks, if I sign up for the free trial, do I still get the Ultracode Plug after 6 months of paid membership in BridgeCom Plus?
Let's see. That's a great question. Yeah, so doesn't matter if you sign up for the free trial or not for that Ultracode Plug. That's 6 months after 6 months of paid membership. So you're just going to get it 1 month later than if you start paying now. That's basically the only difference there. So if you got the free trial, it would be 7 months from today.
And we have a winner for our giveaway.
Awesome. We have a winner for today's giveaway of the brand new 878 UV2 Plus. Let's see who it is.
The winner's going to be, congratulations to Hayden Foy, call sign KB3GRG. If you were here, let us know in the chat.
KB3GRG. Awesome. Let's see if he's here. We'll give it just a second here. Are you in the chat? Perfect. We have a confirmation. Congratulations. You have just won yourself a brand new 878 UV2 Plus radio, handheld radio from BridgeCom, the best DMR radio on the market right now. So congratulations to you. We're also going to throw in a free BridgeCom University subscription with this. So you're going to get all of those training videos to show you how to use it, how to set it up, how to do just about everything with it. $97 value thrown in for free. So congratulations for you. Thank you all for everyone else who attended today. Hopefully you learned something. If you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss out on any more of this awesome ham radio content. And also, don't forget about BridgeCom Plus. BridgeCom Plus is your solution for staying connected deep within the amateur radio community and helping each other out. Also, with that Discord server, not only are you going to be in there with you guys, but we are in there too. So I'm going to be in there answering some questions from time to time. All the other team members are going to be helping out there as well. So it's a really cool, awesome thing. So thank you all for watching. I'm Cody, W3AMG with BridgeCom Systems. 7-3.